Ahem, please. Ahem. Hello, please. Okay. Okie dokie then. Mic check 1 2 1 2. Okay, we're looking good. We're sounding good. Twitch is going. YouTube is going. Okay. Let me see what my I have a really long stream title today, and I'm curious to see what it looks like. If I can find myself. Where am I? Where, am I even rendered on here yet? I don't think I am. Hang on, refresh. What am I sitting at? I'm sitting at 2 viewers. I'm like not even on this page yet. Oh, wait. There I was? Oh no, I missed it. God damn, I can't even find myself on this page. Where am I? Bro, how long does it take to show up on the, like, in browse? Yeah, bro, I'm nowhere to be found on here. I have 1 viewer. Okay, I'm all the way at the bottom and I still can't find myself. Yeah, they must like cache this page pretty hard, which makes sense. That would make sense. Calculating the views and sorting, like every time someone refreshes the page, would be a lot for some categories. Yeah, but dude, how long? I'm not even on here. Lame. Okay, we'll check that out later then, I suppose. Yeah, so gameplay abilities in you. How to get lost in the weeds. I'm currently lost in the weeds, but I think I'm beginning to find my way out. Did some reading on Tranix documentation, which is great. And essentially, I'm just going to use gameplay effect calculations. And I guess this currently doesn't have a gameplay effect. I suppose I'll create one. Now, do I need to use the damage effect that I created, or just my gameplay effect base? Because the damage effect, let me look here. All it really has is that damage event, which I was packing things into. As just like a container to carry stuff. But I suppose if I'm going to do a... Okay, so I guess to pass information to the gameplay effect, it's either do a bunch of set by callers, or I just have this custom member, which I don't know if that's a problem or not. If I have a... Let's just stick with the damage event. Because, like, essentially what a damage event is It's just a container. It's just a container with a preset modifier that can easily be overridden. So let's just start with damage effect and see what happens. So this is GE Fireball. Let's get rid of some of these other tabs. Let's focus up. Fireball, projectile, fireball, cast projectile, cast ability, power slash, get rid of that. Okay. Okay, so we have our gameplay effect, Fireball. What's that? Hang on. Close, reopen. Okay, now I got this view. So preset to instant. We have a modifier, damage, and it's a set by caller, damage, none. Okay, so... And I suppose, is that how I inevitably end up sending that? What am I doing here? Okay, so here's where I'm populating this member, this damage event. And then, do I ever set by caller on here? Do I ever set by caller on here? Now, the damage spec has a level. Maybe I should pass the ability level in here. Just for, in case, get ability level. Yeah, just in case we want that information. I don't think we do anything with that right now. Final damage. Okay, there's the set by caller. So yeah, we eventually do. Which I think is fine. That's fine. I think we should stick with that. Now, the execution. Let me look at this. So, did it say, Tranic, save me, save me. Okay, did it say I had to create these in C++? They must be implemented in C++. Okay, interesting. Whereas the modifier magnitude calculations can be implemented in blueprints. But I was reading here and it was saying Fortnite and Paragon did not, they do these execution calculations for damage. Conditional gameplay effects. Yeah, I just need okay, so we're gonna have to implement a class. I need to get rid of some of these. I have way too many things open right now. Let's focus up. No game mode, auto attack ability. Yeah, we can keep these open. Weapon, special ability, cast projectile. Those all seem fine. Don't need the action bar components. Weapon auto attack, no. Generic weapon actor, what X? Okay, this seems fine. Base weapon actor, don't need that. Okay, so calculations add, let's do this. Okay, so execution calculation. You gameplay effect execution calculation. Okay, and then Tranic, how did you say they named theirs? You will often see this term in the plugin source code or exec calc. Exec calc. Okay, so I'll just append. I'll do like my class exec calc. Execution calculation, yeah. Okay, so I guess we're gonna have like a spell execution calculation and then a weapon execution calculation. They will both need different calculations. Potentially I'll need more. It kind of sucks that these can't be in blueprints. So I feel like the calculations for damage are something you'd want to tweak fairly often, so it would be nice to have that in blueprint form. Okay, so let's just start. We'll do spell damage. I have a spell power calculation, so spell damage, execution calculation. There we go. Okay. So, what do I need to override now? What is it? What is the function? Hello, please. Okay, I'll just look for it myself. No worries, no worries. Okay, what do we got? What do we got here? No UObject, execution calculation. Okay. I assume, okay, the execution implementation. I assume this is what we'll want. Okay. Do we need the super? What's the super? Okay, I don't think we do. Okay, so in here, this is going to be the spell. Essentially, I think I'm going to copy what I have in the dot calculation. Let's copy this. And we'll just go from here. So we have execution params, out execution output. I'm confused. Why doesn't he have execution? Okay, so here's how I get the spec. Let me copy that. Put that in there. Okay, we got the spec. What else we got? So, if I have the spec, maybe I should cast this gameplay effect spec. I should probably cast the spec, not the spec, but the actual gameplay effect, the def. Here we go. So, cast this to my U damage effect container type class there. Auto damage effect. Okay, so if I have the damage effect, I can then get the damage event that has, yes, all the information on there. So hopefully this does have the information. We'll see. We'll see. And I suppose, okay, so this is void, out execution output. Okay, so what do I need to put in here? Add output modifier. Shit, okay, so this doesn't just return a float. F gameplay modifier evaluated data. Okay. Oh my god, okay, go away, stop that. Yeah, we can use that. Yes, we can use that. Okay, I'll just copy it myself. What do we got here? Attribute, so am I supposed to modify the effect with this? What am I supposed to do with the execution calculation? Are the most powerful way for gameplay effects to make changes to an ability system component. Unlike modifier magnitude calculations, these can change more than one attribute, and essentially do anything else the programmer wants. Okay. Can only be used with instant and periodic gameplay effects. Okay, interesting. Can't be used with duration-based gameplay effects? Why not? Interesting. Okay, I'm not doing anything with duration for my damage, so that's okay. But that's definitely that's a good thing to keep in mind. Okay. I guess maybe I just set by collar the damage on the damage effect spec. Can I just do that, or do I need to add this, I mean, I could do this, right? Yeah, well, we'll try two different methods here, so that's one method. The other method would be to go spec, def, or, set by collar, oh, I guess because it's const, I can't change the spec. Okay, so this is what I have to do then. That would make sense. So I think this probably is what I have to do. Okay. So rather than min and max damage coming from there, we're going to take it off the gameplay effect, gameplay data. Damage event. And we're doing floats for everything else for damage, and I actually kind of like that, even though we don't show the information. Because it means, like, you know how, like, in some games, like, it's like, oh, you'll get a 10% increase to damage, but you're only swinging for, like, you know, 4 or 5 damage. So it's like, okay, my damage isn't even increased because I'm not swinging for enough to get the for the next number to show up, and it feels bad. But if I do everything by floats, and I don't show the decimals, but like they're there under the hood, like you'd still get that 10% bonus. Okay. Yeah, so this is a const, okay, so I can't actually, yeah, I can't modify anything. Damage event min damage, damage event max damage. Okay, so yeah, let's see. Is this all I need to do then? Let's make this, forget what the difference is between blueprintable and blueprint type. And what is blueprintable? As an acceptable base class. Okay, I'm just gonna use both. I always use both. Okay. Yeah, let's rebuild here. I should probably throw in my spell power calculation in there as well, but that exists within my ability system component for now. So, one thing at a time. We'll move that over here in a moment. Let's see if my stream showed up on the browse page. I have a very long title and I'm trying to figure out what it looks like. Yes, keep going, keep going. Okay, I'll be there I am. The gameplay ability system in you. There I am, Inception. It is a dreary, rainy day today, so I have the background rain going, and I'm quite stuffy and sniffly because of it. There we go. Okay, gameplay effect, fireball, execution calculation. There it is. Spell damage. Okay. Whenever the gameplay effect executes. Okay, so... now I suppose what I'll need to do is... I need to set up that damage effect. Do I even need a... do I need a fireball version of this? Source ability spec. Should I just set this? Should I set up a throwaway of this? Because I have all the information in my ability. Yeah, so maybe I should just do this in C++. This will just entirely in C++. What would I lose? I guess if I wanted to change anything on here, I'd have to write it in C. So I could maybe expose it to blueprints later, right? So in this fireball ability, there could be like an effect for each stage of the cast. So I'm casting, you know, there's an optional effect, and then like on impact there's an optional, like on cast there's an effect, on impact there's an optional effect. Yeah, I'm leaning towards just doing this in C++, in the C++ version of this class, because like in the cast ability class, because it's going to be the same for a lot. Let me look at the dot ability real quick. And the dot effect. And so I have the, I mean, if I did the execution calculation on here, would it be the same effect? Would it have the same result? I suppose I'd just have to test that out to be sure. But I definitely need some code to like assign all the variables in the damage event. Let's look at the cast ability. Is there a damage? There's nothing related to damage in here. And I suppose do I want this class to handle that? Yeah, I think maybe just going the exposing to blueprint route. And so with the effect, can I choose to, what, apply to like targets? Okay, so this one is a has duration, so this one I wouldn't be able to use that execution calculation on this, according to those docs. It is periodic. Instant, it said only instant and infinite, right? Can only be used with instant and periodic gameplay effects. It seems like a bit outdated verbiage. So maybe it'll still work on this. I don't know. Gameplay effect fireball. What do we have here? Because I guess I would want to know, like, so my casting has like what are the stages in my casting? It's like I start casting, I finish the cast time, and then I cast, and then there's an impact. Paint time. Okay, so casting goes into I'm casting, cast, and that's when the anim plays. You go like anim, and then I get to casted. And then projectile, potentially. Or maybe no projectile, and then I just go to... for the projectile, it's impact, but it's really like... apply. Or like target, right? What do I want to call that step? Is this just the execute step? Like, I'll say apply target. And so I could have an exposed variable for an effect at each one of these stages. A gameplay effect that, like, I in C++ execute during each one of these events. Let me look how it spawns, like, execute cast. Yeah, so I use this spell effect interface to, like, do this part. And then the spell effect interface is what determines how to get there. So, which execute cast spell. So I guess the spell cast I definitely want to expose. Now, the question, you know, do I want this happens on casted, right? So after because, like, you know, I'm casting, casted. So casted is when, like, the animation finishes. So here I'm going to have a gameplay effect. That's a horrible G. Gonna have a gameplay effect for casted. Now, do I want to have one for the target, both the target and the source? Is there a way I can determine that in the gameplay effect? No, I guess I have to, because they're in the code. There are those. Yeah, there's those functions for, like, apply to target, apply to source. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, so I at least want one there. Yeah, I guess let's just start there, and I don't have any source effect things that I want to do now. But I can imagine, like, maybe you'd want to apply a gameplay effect to the caster after the thing is casted. So I think that'll take the place of the spell effect interface. Okay. And so spell effect interface, cast spell. Fireball projectile, here we go. Let me move that over. I guess that's in the CPP. Cast projectile, cast spell implementation. That's when I shoot. Yeah, I mean, how am I going to handle projectiles? Because I need to spawn it on cast and then shoot it. Or spawn it on casting and then shoot it on casting. I need to reorder these. This is a horribly ordered. Shoot on impact. Okay, so now spawn is at the top. We spawn, and then we cast it. Yeah, I guess... Do gameplay effects spawn actors? Can I do that in the gameplay effects somehow? Yeah, there's no word for spawn. Gameplay effect containers. Okay, so here's I see spawn projectiles here. Okay. XP Monster, how you doing, mate? How's it going? It's good. A little rainy in my neck of the woods today, and therefore that means my nose doesn't work. So that's what I'm dealing with. I am quite stuffy and sniffly today, but other than that, we're doing good. Making a gameplay effect container and a gameplay ability, and passing it to spawn projectiles is very easy and straightforward. I guess I kind of did the opposite of that. Like, they created a container class for a gameplay effect, and what I did is subclassed the gameplay effect and then put like a little data object in there to carry all my shit around. Who needs therapy when you can just subclass things? Yeah, so I'm trying to figure out like how other people spawn like projectiles in response to gameplay effects and stuff. Using ability tasks. We'll use the blueprint node that we create for the ability task. Blah 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 blah. I wish I could help. I'm very newbie with UE. Oh no, that's all good. I'm not sure that I necessarily need help. I'm just learning at the moment. I'm learning. I'm absorbing, and getting lost in the weeds in doing so. So we have some ability tasks that we could use, or we could use, I assume, gameplay cues. They're supposed to be for non-gameplay related things, though, so... I guess maybe what I'll do is rather than have an entirely different interface, for handling projectiles and stuff, I could just create some events what the hell was I saying? Sorry. Instead of using this interface that I created, or I'm not even in the right class, here we go. Instead of using this interface that I created, I can instead just create like little blueprint events that can be overwritable for the blueprint ability, and then that ability spawns the projectiles and stuff. That may cut down on some of the classes that I need to maintain. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll be pretty straightforward. So protected, yes. Let's rename this to cast time finish. And then I play the montage, wait for an event, and I wait for these tags to come through, and I get the casted tag. And so, yeah, let's change this into my own function here. U function, blueprint, native event. We'll go void on cast spell. And that's going to take in character. That's my project character. What would I need? I can get pretty much everything that I need. I guess we'll just do nothing for now. Do on cast spell. Then I suppose this is where the blueprint subclass would also be able to apply whatever gameplay effects they want to. Because all this class really then is doing is managing like the life cycle of a casted ability. Yeah, I guess I was imagining a scenario where, like, most of these abilities are going to be the same, in that you cast them and then deal damage somehow. But I suppose that's up to the... I guess I could create a projectile ability and then subclass that with this fireball ability. Yeah, let's do something like that. So this just becomes like events. I'll probably end up getting rid of this part. On cast spell. Yeah, let's just make some events for each one. Cast time finished. Let's call this on cast time finish. And make it the blueprint native event as well. Suppose I should both make these blueprint callable as well, just in case. Okay, on cast time finished. Implementation. And we'll just make sure to call the super class for that one, the super functor for that one. And then what other... What did I draw here? Casting. Do I need like an on-start cast? Or is that, I mean, that would just be overriding activate ability, essentially. And then on cast time finished. What do I do then? I play the right, and then... So on cast time finished is this one. Cast time finished. And then casted is the on cast spell. And then I suppose this part is up to the individual blueprint. After that. Like from yeah, ability ends, you know, blueprint's on its own from there. Yeah, okay, let's do that. I'm gonna need to change a lot more. Delete a lot more stuff, but that's okay. Okay, this looks good. This looks good. Rebuild. We will rebuild. Yeah, I'm gonna need to delete a lot of this. Yeah, that's gonna become a much more lightweight ability class that we'll build on top of. So I'm gonna need to create a projectile ability. And I think that's a good call. Okay, so I do have a BP cast ability. Do I need this anymore? So I think all I wanted to do was default the casting montage with it, which I may not even use here in the future. We'll keep moving along with that. We can always fix it later. So class, we want cast ability, yes, and our name is going to be BP. Ignore my voice cracking. Projectile ability. Okay. And we're going to get rid of those, and we're going to implement on cast spell. And then that's when we'll spawn our projectile. And so I suppose this now needs a projectile class. Or is this just going to be an actor? Or is there a specific... Yeah, I suppose I'll want to have my own projectile class. So this is cast projectile. Let me look at those spawn implementation. Yeah, so let's get rid of this interface. Yeah, we're no longer overriding. Well, yeah, this is a good, actually, should I keep using an interface, but just use a projectile interface, rather than spell effect interface? How generic do I want to make this ability, this projectile ability? I guess if I'm calling it a projectile ability, that leans towards creating either a specific projectile class or a projectile interface. Interface or class for this? Object-oriented programming. I don't know, I feel like interfaces are kind of annoying. They're really nice for some things. But like a projectile is just an actor, right? So subclassing an actor probably ain't that bad. But apparently, essentially, what would I would need like an on spawn. Ooh, because I actually need to spawn the projectile when I start casting. Okay, so I do kind of need like, I do need to override the activate ability. Add call to parent function, do that first. And then I would want to do the projectile spawn. Let's get rid of the interface. Spawn and cast spell. Okay. Do I need a character for this? My project character? I really just need the mesh here. Use skeletal mesh component? Did I not spell that right? Skeletal? Get mesh. Hang on. Come back. skeletal mesh. There we go. Spelled it right that time. Okay, so maybe that'll get rid of my character dependency in this class as well. The skeletal mesh. Salatwurzel. Is that a German thing? Hey, I just started with game dev. As I saw, there's no easy way to just use MP3s in Unreal, right? Let's take a look. I can try to answer that question. I haven't done a whole lot with sound yet. Let me see. What kind of, I have a sound wave file. And how did I get these? One moment. One moment. Checking my drive. I imported these as OGGs. And so I assume you may just be able to import them into Unreal. I don't know though. I've never looked into sound a whole lot. Yeah, you might search Google for something like that. Mine were all .ogg files, and then I think I just imported them directly into the engine, so... Okay, I'm seeing that you'll need to import the sound file as a WAV file. So if you can find something to convert the files. You can convert MP3s to .wavs with Audacity, which is free. Now I have to convert everything. Yeah, it's kind of how it goes with game dev, unfortunately. You may be able to find some sort of mass converter somewhere. How many files are we talking? Salatwurzel. It worked in Unity though? Yeah. There may be a plugin. There may be a plugin. Check the Unreal Marketplace for... Search the Unreal Marketplace for MP3, see what happens. Yeah, everything I'm seeing is saying that WAVs are just what Unreal Engine uses. Well, I suppose Unity had something built in to auto-convert those. Anyways, moving on. What was I doing? Oh yeah, I was looking at my use of character. Cast spell. So I will need to pass, yeah, the casting character into here. Ooh, camera, get view info. Yeah, so this is doing the trajectory, which I am using very specific things for. So maybe I pass this in as well. The problem is the $2,500 licensing fees involved with using MP3 audio in distributed games. What? That's crazy. Now this fee is not applicable to anything under 5,000 distributions. So wait, who are you paying? Because it's lossy and size is bloated. Wait, so who does the $2,500 go to? Whoever invented MP3s? Is that what that's saying? crazy. Okay, so this function may need the character, unfortunately. Yeah, we'll just keep that as it is. Yeah, just keep that as it is. Go away. We don't want you anymore. Okay, projectile, and then we want to spawn. And then in here, I suppose, is when we would get owning actor from actor info, cast to my project character. Oh my god. And this would be cast. Targets, get owning actor from actor info, get ability, get, well, let's do get component from actor info. Get ability system component from actor info, pass to my ability system component. And then get current target. Get current target. I guess I need to make sure if this is a friendly target or not. And did I already have like a target when I activated the ability? I don't think I was setting a target anywhere. Target. Get current target. Let me see. Wait, target equals character. Oh, right. If it's a heal, the target is me. If the current... Yeah, okay. So yeah, I need to do that logic here. Yeah. Oh god, did I make this blueprint callable? I did. Nice. Is target faction attackable? Okay, so branch on this. I need a boolean and. Let's actually put that there, and then I'll say is heal, get is heal. If it's a heal and my target is faction attackable. Well, maybe I can do that as a selector. Select. And it's either going to be get owning actor from actor info. It's either going to be this. Okay, so if it's a heal and the current target is attackable, then I want to target myself. Otherwise, I want that. Wait. Get current target, and then I need to cast to Is target actor here? Target's actor there, so hang on. Get rid of that. Go away. Refresh. Target. Okay, I gotta redo this node now. Hang on. Apparently the MP3 licensing fee was real, but terminated in 2017. That's weird. I never knew something like that would be a thing. Like, it's just a protocol. Who's licensing protocols? That's not Apple. Okay, so yeah, if that's true, then we want to use this myself as the target. Okay. Owning ability, get self. Don't know that I'll need that anymore, but it's there if I need it. Okay. Okay, so that's all set up now. Is that all I need to do? Scooch this over a bit. Event on cast spell. Go away, please. Go away. Going back to my cast ability. Yeah, so that logic is obsolete now. Delete that. Nice. And the projectile class is going to handle that for projectiles, and then I'll need to do, I suppose, another one for the heal ability. We'll need to handle that, because that doesn't do a projectile, it just does like an instant effect. So I'll need to rework that. I suppose, should I now see if, okay, so I need to reclass this, right? Yeah, this is now a projectile ability. And is this, let's make that public, compile, explanation they used was internet pirates cost us millions of dollars. Who is in charge of MP? Like, who is this organization that's controlling MP3s? Like, I don't understand. Everyone uses MP3 to pirate stuff. Give us some money. I mean, is that even a legit excuse? Okay. Before that, you'd be paying that fee to Technicolor and Fraunhofer to own it. Yeah, this is beyond me. I am no sound guru. Fireball, projectile ability. So I have this. Instance editable. Expose on spawn. So can I add the category? Category. Default, instead let's name it, wait, can I, hello please, projectile. Well, let's put it in the cast ability section, just so it's with all the other stuff. Wait, how do I get that variable exposed to be settable? Expose on spawn? public, right? And is editable on each instance of this blueprint. Okay, save, compile, fireball, ability. Am I being dumb here? What's, reopen? Why am I not seeing that as an option here? Unreal Engine instance, BP instance editable variable not showing up in subclass BP. Okay. Not showing on children's blueprints. Okay, so it's not supposed to be instance editable. Is that where I went wrong? I still don't see projectile. To hide, wait, so I marked it as public. Why is it not showing up in here? Wait, why are his showing up? Mine aren't at all. I'm doing something really dumb somewhere, aren't I? Oh, well, it got marked as fucking private. Okay, again, still not showing up. Wait, so I expose it as public and it automatically marks it as instance editable? I'm so confused on how these blueprints subclasses are supposed to work. Okay, let me change this. BP variable not showing up in subclass. I have to show them. Okay, hang on. It says, wait, what did he say? To show inherited variables of parent classes? I don't have that option. Derived blueprints cannot modify it. Yeah, what am I doing to where that is not showing up in here? Oh, it's an... Oh, I know it. Oh, I'm a dummy. I know what I did. This is supposed to be a T subclass of cast projectile. Class reference. Yeah. And then I need to make that spawn a static. Yeah. Call that projectile class, compile, yeah. Okay, so this spawn needs to be a static. Can I do that with a Blueprint native event? And I guess I'll have to copy that from castability. Oh, you asked a question for me. How much % of the game logic would you say you make only in blueprints? For me, that's very little, because I am a programmer by trade, so I think of things in code a lot better than in blueprints. So I try to put most of my shit in C++. But that means I have to rebuild the editor all the time, which takes a while and is quite annoying. So trying to find a good balance between what to put in blueprints and what to put in C++. But as far as a percent, I don't know, for me it's a lot. It's probably like 70-80% in C++. Yeah, I'm still trying to find a good line to draw between blueprints in C++. Then I should probably return this projectile. Spawn this class. I suppose I don't need that. That makes sense. Owner and instigator. Okay. File, save, all. Let's rebuild. This is what I get. See, this is what I get for using C++. Build failed. Oh, what are the odds? What are the odds that you just can't do a static Blueprint native event? I'm gonna bet you can't. Let me read this a little closer before I get into that. Yeah, I'm gonna guess you just can't do that. I would like to be able to override this in blueprints, though. mean, I guess the alternative is just I spawn one real quick in the blueprint and then pass it here. Or, you know, I basically just do this part in blueprints. Okay, I'm just gonna do that. I'm not gonna fight Unreal Engine on this one and try to make work what I want to work. I'm gonna do what it's telling me. I'm gonna do what it's telling me. Okay. Zlatwurzel. Is that actually a German name? It sounds quite German. I know Zalat is salad. Wurzel sounds like another food item. Like a wiener. Okay, projectile class, spawn actor from class. So, do I give a shit about the transform here? What was I doing originally? Yeah, empty transform. Then I would execute spawn, and then I think that's where I would, that's where I would do the attaching to the mesh. And then let's promote that to a variable. Is it time for me to go? Okay. It is time for me to head out. I'm gonna go get lunch with the fam. What is this saying to me? Oh, I have to make an empty transform? Okay, fine. No, not that. Sure, that looks disgusting, but it's gonna... There we go. So here, projectile, cast. Okay. Yeah, it is time for me to go. Yeah, I gotta go eat lunch with the family and rescue my girlfriend from my mom and sister. Okay, yeah, thank you all. It probably won't be on later today, I'm just gonna guess. What are you still mad at? Okay, you're good. Yeah, probably will be on tomorrow for quite a while though, so hopefully you guys tune in. Thanks for hanging out with me. Got a little bit done today. I know it wasn't a long stream, but did what I can. Yeah, so I'll see you guys later. Bye.